Hello, my people, my Bomb Squad Army, my Bomb Squad Nation, to all my loved ones around the world. I just want to let you know that I am here. Your king is here, and we ain't going nowhere, for the war has just begun. I will rise again. I am strong. I am a king. They can't take my pride. I am a warrior. I'm a king that will never give up. I'm a king that will fight to the death. And if anyone don't understand that, don't understand what it is to go to war, don't understand what it is to fight, we will rise again. We will regain the title. I will be back. We will hold our heads up high. Your king is in great spirit. And we will rise like a phoenix from the ashes and regain the title. I'll see you in a few months. For the war has just begun. All my love to all my people.
That's some deep shit right there. Now, this was last night, February the 28th, 2020. Deontay Wilder released this on his Instagram. I saw it and I was like, you know what? I'll cover that shit tomorrow, and here we are. February the 29th, leap year 2020, 1:43 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on TstreeT Controversy with Fight View 360, and it's looking like we're going to get the rematch in July. Thank God. In June, likely July. On pay-per-view. I didn't really want, November just seemed too far off. That way, it's looking like the winner will be able to get a third fight, whether it's, a fourth fight between Wilder and Fury if Wilder somehow wins the third fight, or Anthony Joshua later on this year. It's looking like Anthony Joshua and Kubrat Pulev is taking place May the 30th over in the UK on Sky Sports in the Zone here in the States, but they're still working out details. So, according to Bob Arum, the pay-per-view has done 1.2 million pay-per-view buys in an interview he did with the World Boxing News website. So originally it was being reported by many media outlets that the pay-per-view did between 700 and 850,000. He, according to this article, is saying that is true, but also that the fight did extremely well on streaming apps, like if you purchase through ESPN Plus or if you purchase through Fox Sports Go. So he's saying an additional 300 plus or minus thousand pay-per-view buys came from there, equaling to about 1.2 million. The break-even point is rumored to be around 1 million or 1.1 million. So consider this an updated video. But truth be told, either way, it's still a huge success to me for the fighters. Now, financially, the corporate people may not have got their money, but the fighters got their money. The fighters got a huge push. I mean, that 800,000, 850. That's a 500,000 plus increase. And that 1.2. Like I said, I'm happy. With the performance of the pay-per-view. Even though, they put a whole bunch of money into marketing and promoting, still, us fans, we should be happy. I'm happy. It's unfortunate that we have to talk about it, illegal streaming. We don't know how many people illegally streamed, but, we're hearing numbers of 10 million, 30 million, but I don't believe that, because how can that number be, how can they, tally that number? So I know a lot of people damn sure did stream. It's easy as shit to stream these days. You can do it. The technology I have here, you see, I can stream. I can do that shit. I'm not going to do it. That's not my shit. But I'm just saying it's easy as fuck. And they got to get around that. To me, that's why I say pay-per-view is dying. Not because the sport is dead. It's that it's becoming easier to access these fights. Especially for people who are like, you know what? I'm not going to the party tonight. I want to stay in the crib and watch that fight. My girl ain't coming over. Ain't nobody coming over. You know what? I got a computer. I got a laptop. Let me see if I can find a free link. That's what they doing. You know, or the kids that, the college kids, like, you know what, I don't got that money. Oh, I'm in college. Like, yo, let's, hook this shit up. That's what they doing. You know? So I don't think lowering the price of pay-per-view, which it was $79.99 here in the States, will help anything. Also, for you UK fans that keep saying, oh, ha ha ha, 850,000, 1.2 million, Joshua did 1.6 million. Yo, why do y'all keep saying that shit? Your pay-per-views are more than half the price of ours. Like, come on, your pay-per-views over there are about $30 US, $35 US, some shit like that over here in the States. 25 pounds, some shit, quid. Over here, our shit is $80. So you can't keep using that comparison, bro. Now, I understand, the UK is about the size of Texas here in the States, but still, it's a big difference. It's a huge, huge difference. Now, in regards to overseas UK buys, I don't know, because I noticed people in the comments keep asking about that. I don't know. But this number here, this 1.2, is for that $79.99, which was being charged on ESPN Plus, Fox Sports, if you purchase through your dish or your cable satellite. They would rather you, promoters, purchase it through ESPN or Fox Sports Go, because then they don't have to pay, the cable provider, because the cable provider has to get a cut too. In regards to the fighters getting back-end money, we don't know. Because back-end usually kicks in when fighters make a certain amount, or when the pay-per-view number hits a certain amount. Now, overall, a third fight, I like the fact that they're doing it soon. Don't let this shit, simmer too long. So let's say, for example, realistic timetable. The fight took place, February the 22nd. You might as well say tomorrow is what it is. Tomorrow is March the 1st. So let's say, boom, both fighters take off March, April, May, they can be in training camp. Hell, the fight can happen realistically at the end of July. Because, fighters normally fight of this caliber, the fighter's going to have, traditional 8-week training camp. Not counting the week before, training camp starts. Usually when they do the press conference, press tour, whatever, get that out of the way. And then when they do the fight week. So let's say, they can be in training camp in the months of April or May, or May and June, and basically it's enough time. It's not too soon for it to happen in July, the end of July. August at the latest, but I think they're going to push for July. Because if they do July, the next fight, whoever it is, if it's Tyson Fury or Deontay Wilder, could possibly fight in that stadium like Arum wants. If it's not Anthony Joshua, of course. That new Vegas stadium that's opening up for the Vegas Knights, former Oakland Raiders football team, right? So, according to this article, seems like Arum is happy. That's what's up. So both fighters were guaranteed 28 or so million. Also, news has come out. Deontay Wilder is going to be keeping. In fact, let me let's go take a look. He's keeping his team. My dog is snoring if you don't hear him. I wonder how this after party went down. Because he sure enough put, after the amazing KO, it's going down. But he's back. Let me see if he posted something on his Twitter. I forgot to pull that up. So my decision, or my opinion, still, is the same. I still think that Deontay Wilder will lose, unfortunately. It's not a personal thing, man. See, for those, I know the people who really, really follow the channel. It's only the new people that's been coming in. Yo, I'm not no fanboy. I cover the sport as a whole, not a black-white thing. I cover the sport as a whole. That's why when y'all gamble, what you shouldn't be doing, because it's a sin, y'all be losing y'all money because y'all be going with the race shit. Like, I can't stand it. And the thing is, Deontay Wilder, he be egging that shit on. Like, he be egging that shit on. Let's see. So, yeah. Oh, yeah, here it is. The article from Dan Rayfield. So, let's see his quotes. This is what he's told Dan Rayfield. I am a warrior. No, I'm a warrior. I feel the same way I felt on fight night. If I have to go out, I want to go out on my shield, Wilder told ESPN in a statement Friday night. But I understand that my corner and my team has my best interest in heart. Mark Breland is still a part of Team Wilder, and our team looks forward to preparing for the trilogy fight. For Mark to do it, I was very heartbroken, Wilder told ESPN earlier this week. If I say statements like, I want to kill a man in the ring, then I have to abide by the same principles in the ring of him doing the same thing to me. I'd rather die than go out with someone throwing a towel in. Now, that statement right here was the initial statement that Deontay first put out before the fight. He knows these things. It's premeditated. I've always said this for many years. I told all my trainers, no matter how it may look on the outside, no matter how you may love me or have that emotional feeling, don't make an emotional decision and don't ever throw the towel in, because my pride is everything. I understand what it looks like, but when you have the power like me, I am never out of a fight. No matter the circumstances, I am never out of a fight. But yo, we seen the fight. You know, don't make me pull up the tape. Don't make me pull up the tape. I don't want to see that tape anymore. When he was in the corner, you know, and Kenny Bayless, you know, stopped the fight, didn't see the towel coming. It's confirmed. He didn't see the towel. You know, so the fight was stopped. The fight was stopped by two sources. You know, so in regards to people who keep asking me about that glove gate, you know, I'm going to do a video, all right? Because the people have spoken. You know, I'm not into all that shit. You know, Max on Boxing, which I'm going to cover, said, you know, they were talking about something earlier where he could have used the excuse of being hit behind the head. There was other excuses he couldn't use, but he used the suit, and they're clowning him as going down as one of the biggest excuses in sports history. Mentally, I want to see how Deontay Wilder comes back. We can look at this shit right here and be like, yo, he looked fine to us. But how is he going to deal with the fact that, you know, when it comes to, he can't talk that same trash he was talking before. Like he was talking to Fury and all that. You know, people ain't going to be scared of him no more. Yeah, he got that power. But imagine if he loses the second fight. I mean, the third fight. Imagine if he loses. Where do he go from there? You know, being set up for guys like Adam Kownacki to beat him up. It's crazy out here. Like, you know, he's got, and you know, I know there's changes that can be made. You know, for one, he's got to throw more punches. But yo, Tyson Fury is just a better fighter. We're not here to make excuses. We're here to cover the fight. The fight was a success, in my opinion. You know, they sold that motherfucker out. Crazy. I hate to be all critical and everything like that and being like this, but you know, we cover the sport no matter what. We ain't holding no hands and we ain't babysitting and we ain't sucking no dick to get ahead. TstreeT Controversy with FightView360.com. Please subscribe.